What's up, dads? My name's Luke Finn and I help dads avoid unnecessary divorce and reignite the relationship with their wives. So today we're going to be covering the 3 steps that you need to take to rebuild trust in your relationship. Now make sure to stick around to the end to get the opportunity to enroll in my free masterclass. In the masterclass, you'll get to diagnose your marriage and see if it's possible to reconcile and discover the #1 hidden roadblock preventing you from reconciling with your wife. Now, make sure to subscribe to the channel and smash that bell button so you'll be notified every time I release a new video. With all that being said, let's dive right in. If you're currently feeling a lack of trust in your marriage, guys, I know it's a tough place to be in. I know you're struggling at the moment, but you've come to the right place. We're going to get this handled in the video today. So with that being said though, I also want to be completely upfront with you. If you genuinely don't trust your wife, and you've got reasons not to trust your wife, you should really consider whether you want to be investing more effort into your marriage and your relationship. Because a relationship devoid of trust is not a good relationship to be in, okay? Because to create an unbreakable marriage and a marriage with deep intimacy and connection, you need to have trust and emotional safety. These are the bedrock to creating an unbreakable marriage. And stick around to the end of this training because I want to teach you how to rebuild trust in your marriage with 3 steps. All right, with that being said, let's look at the 4 telltale signs that your marriage is lacking trust, that your wife doesn't trust you, okay? And #1 is you're gonna feel disconnected from your wife. You gotta trust your gut feeling, guys. You're smart guys, trust your gut feeling. She'll come home from work. She maybe won't look you in the eyes. She won't engage with you. She'll go sit in the couch. She'll look at her phone, spend more time on her phone rather than talking with you. This sign, all these signs of disconnect are also a sign that there's a lack of trust in your marriage. #2 is she starts spending more time with her friends than you. You'll start to feel lonely because she just doesn't seem to be around you as much or doesn't want to be around you as much, okay? #3, certain conversations just out of bounds. You can't talk to her about the relationship, or you can't talk about the argument you had a while ago, or you can't talk about going out on date night, whatever it is, or you can't talk to her about her being on her phone. There's just certain conversations that you can't talk about, and these are surefire signs that there's a lack of trust in your relationship. And the 4th telltale sign that there's a lack of trust in your relationship is she won't answer your questions. You're trying to get answers because you feel like there's something up and she's just stonewalling you. She won't engage with you. Maybe she shuts down or she just leaves and you're not getting the answers you want. And guys, I know this is really frustrating, but stick in there, stick around to the end of this video where I want to give you the 3 steps to rebuild trust in your marriage. So, with that being said, let's now look at what's eroded the trust in your marriage, right? Because there's a reason that you got here. When you first got with your wife, you felt connected, things were easy, you were deeply in love with your wife, you could feel how she loved you, you felt wanted, and now you're feeling this disconnect. So how did you get here? And we're going to get into that right now, because after working with hundreds of men and seeing the trends in marriages, I've mapped out the reason for a lack of trust in a marriage and what causes marriages to go in a downward spiral. And there's 5 havoc-wreaking personas that literally erode trust and emotional safety in your marriage. So the first one is Angry Adam. Angry Adam gets angry all the time. He comes home from work, he sees things are not done, he's losing his temper with the kids, and he's losing his temper with his wife. Everything is just pissing him off, and he just doesn't have any emotional bandwidth to be able to stay calm because he's just got a lot going on, working a lot, and he's exploding when he comes home with the kids, and he's exploding with his wife. #2, Jealous Johnny. Jealous Johnny doesn't trust his wife. He thinks she's like going out on dates with other people. He's like checking her phone. He's always wondering who's she hanging out with after work, who's she spending time with at the bar. He's just generally jealous and lacking confidence. #3 is Emotionally Available Eric. Unavailable Eric is the guy that when his wife, so mother or father passed away, or someone, there's a real problem in the family, a tragedy occurs, and emotionally unavailable Eric doesn't support his wife. He's not there for her, he can't be there for, can't give her the shoulder to cry on, because he just doesn't have that capacity. Number 4 is controlling Connor. Controlling Connor is controlling the finances, likes to have everything under control, likes to know where his wife is going, he's checking her emails, just not trusting his wife whatsoever. And the 5th havoc-wreaking persona in your relationship, which is just eroding trust, is frustrated Frank. Frustrated Frank is frustrated because he's been trying lots of different things to get his marriage back on track. He's probably not having enough sex in his marriage. He's tried talking about it. He's been rebutted. He's not getting anywhere, where he's not making any progress, and he's just getting frustrated, right? He's frustrated because this is not the marriage that he wanted to be in. So what I'd like you to do now, guys, is we got to be brutally honest. When we want to make progress in our marriage, we got to be brutally honest. So share with me in the comments down below. Who have you been? Have you been number 1, angry Adam? Or have you been number 2, jealous Johnny? Have you been number 3, emotionally unavailable Eric? Number 4, controlling Connor? Or number 5, frustrated Frank? Share with us, guys. Post them down below in the comments and let's see where you guys are currently at. So, and now that we know the reason why you've got a lack of trust in your marriage, what do you think is the number 1 mistake men make when they're rebuilding trust? I'm going to tell you. They don't get to the root problem, right? Instead of really looking at the havoc-wreaking behaviors, what they'll do is, if they're suffering from getting angry all the time and blowing up, what they'll try and do is they'll try and just stay calm. They'll be like, okay, my wife doesn't like the way I'm getting angry, so I'm going to just stay calm. So they'll be like, when things happen at home, little Timmy, the son, starts acting out, angry Adam will start just breathing, trying to stay calm. And basically what happens is he's just trying to suppress the anger, right? He's trying to suppress the anger. And what happens is he ends up feeling like he's walking on eggshells. And guess what happens, guys? After a couple of weeks of trying to keep the anger down, what happens? Boom! Angry Adam explodes because he's not getting to the root problem. These need to be released. These behaviors need to be released altogether, eradicated, in order to be able to make progress. So with that being said, let's look at the 3 steps to rebuild trust. The first step, guys, is you got to eradicate the behaviors. You got to get rid of angry Adam. You got to get rid of jealous Johnny, emotionally unavailable Eric. You need to get rid of whatever behavior it is in your marriage that's eroded this trust and emotional safety. You need to get rid of it. Now stick around, because this is exactly what we're going to be doing in the free masterclass, and I'm going to show you in a moment how you can sign up for that masterclass and eradicate these behaviors. Number 2 is you got to communicate from your heart. Open up and be vulnerable. I don't know about you guys. I'm from Ireland and my dad is like the most alpha man you'd ever meet. Like, I was raised with, we don't show emotions, we don't show weakness, and that's the way I was raised. Who else was raised like that? Were you raised like that? I think a lot of us were raised that way. And guys, this is complete BS. In order to really connect with our wives, we need to open up. We need to communicate from our heart. We need to find a new way of connecting with them and showing them that we really care, okay? And now I've created a communication guide. You can find it down in the description in this video, where you can get a free communication guide where I'm going to show you in just 7 steps how you can effortlessly communicate from your heart and connect with your wife. All right, and the final step, guys, is 3, is be consistent. Guys, it's a really simple one. It's a bit of an obvious one, but you got to be consistent. You got to make sure that every single day, every single week, that you are showing up and being consistent in your behavior, so that your wife starts to feel safe again, that your actions match your words. It's really that simple. You got to have these, the consistency there in order to rebuild that trust and the emotional safety. So as I promised, guys, you're going to get the opportunity now to enroll in my free masterclass, where I'm going to teach you the most holistic approach to eradicating the havoc-wreaking behaviors to rebuild trust and emotional safety in your marriage. You're also going to get to diagnose your marriage and learn if it's possible to reconcile. And you're going to learn the number 1 reason why your wife has checked out of the marriage. So to register for that, guys, you can find it down in the description below. Click on the link and sign up for that masterclass. And what I want you to do, if you haven't already joined my marriage support group for dads, down in the description you're going to find a link to my Facebook group to join a community of awesome dads looking to create an unbreakable marriage. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you've got any questions at all, just post them down in the comments below. And if you found the video useful, do me a favor, smash that like button and subscribe to my channel so you'll be notified every time I release a new video. Now with all that being said, I look forward to seeing you on the next video.